Hey everybody, welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. It's your girl Angie. We are here to catch up on our weekend in reality reviews. I know I set these live reviews to go up today around 6 p.m., but I have something to do tonight, so I said let me go ahead and knock them out really quick. It's gonna be a really busy week for videos. Tonight I'm gonna get up ready to Love and Marriage Huntsville reunion, and Portia and her family show. We're going to get all of those out tonight. On Thursday night is a live trivia game night on my channel. Myself, Charles, and Drew will be going live Thursday night for a game night. And Thursday, I have to do All Stars 2 and Real World Homecoming. So, busy week. Next week, I will be on vacation. I will be out of town. So, any reviews, they'll be caught up when I get back. But let's just jump right into this. Up first is Ready to Love. I'm laughing because I'm happy with the outcome of the results a little bit. They left us on a cliffhanger last week, and a cliffhanger was not needed. I cannot believe the ladies pulled the trigger on Cornelius. I thought Cornelius and Camille were going to make it to the end. I thought they were a plant. I thought they were going to be, somebody who can kiss and say, we choose each other at the Ferris wheel. But the lady said, y'all could go. And, Camille self-evicted after Cornelius was let go. Now, the tea, and I don't know how much tea it is, but the rumors on the social media streets is that Cornelius and Camille are in a relationship, and they are still together as of this day, based on pictures floating around their social media. I haven't seen none of the pictures, nor do I care to, because this season I have chose not to want to follow anyone. So if they are, congratulations. I guess we'll see y'all bullshit at the reunion, but I kind of feel like them saying they're still together and posting up pictures is kind of a cover for them to come to the reunion and act like they were the only couple that fell in love, and they'll be through when the reunion is over. But I'm so happy Camille and Cornelius are gone, because they were getting to the point of hitting the fast forward anyway. Up next, we see a scene with Phil and Sharlow. I said Phil and I don't know who the hell I said. I'm so tired of everybody on this show. For the most part, Phil was on some bullshit. Sharlow, like every other lady on this show, wants to know where they stand. Where am I at with you? Let's go ahead and play this little card game so we can see where we at with each other. And I'm like, girl, if you don't know, by what episode is this? 8, 9? By episode 9, if you don't somewhat know that a man is feeling you, and you're close to this level on his list, then the man not feeling you. I shouldn't have to be episode 9 still asking people, do you like me enough? Am I chosen? Like, you all should kind of know. But anyway, Sharlow had to ask. Sharlow, one of the questions was, Sharlow said, I just want you to be direct with me, and I want you to showcase our connection in public, which means she just wants to be kissed in the mouth in front of everybody so everybody can see that Phil is her man. Phil interprets that into, let me just kiss you real quick right now so you'll know. That was not a passionate kiss. That's a little hey grandma kiss. And Sharlow felt it. She was like, that wasn't what I was saying for you to kiss me right now. I want you to kiss me and I want you to mean it. Sharlow is an energy type of girl. She can feel that was some fake shit that Phil was doing. Phil says he cares deeply for Sharlow. I don't think Phil cares about Sharlow. I wrote it somewhere else in my notes, but I feel like Sharlow is a vote for Phil. He really wants to screw around with Sydney. And he's like, well, I'm going to play with Sharlow just in case Sydney picked Frank, which I believe she will. Up next, we had a scene with Dante and Aisha. They pretty much in this scene just chose each other which is what everybody should be doing right about now. They revealed that she had a topless sunbathing morning at the retreat. She wanted to be seen. And when you got body like that, if I had it, I show it too. I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it. This gonna be quick. That's why I want to do these lives early. These ain't even gonna be long. Frank and Mumin are playing with my intelligence. They on this screen talking about how much they like each other, how much, oh, you are now my number one. I've come to the conclusion that it's you are the one that I want. And I'm like, girl, you only want him because Walter don't want you. Okay, stop playing with my intelligence, girl. You weren't thinking nothing about Frank at the retreat. You was too mad worried about what kind of manipulation Sabrina had over Walter when you should have, but now you all into Frank. I'm over it. This show acts like it's Survivor. Like there's $1 million prize for making it to the end. Like you're here for love. And if you're not feeling nobody, I respect you for giving them the deuces. But not only is Mumin want to play in our face, Frank want to play in our face. Like he's had all this connection with Mumin, but I got this strong connection for you. I almost want to pick you, but it's somebody else I almost want to pick too. And like I said, by episode 9, you should know. You should know. And I feel like everybody wants to pick Sydney along with Phil, but they have a tag along in case Sydney don't pick them. And let's move on from them because I'm like, at the end of this scene, y'all both acting like y'all choosing each other, but y'all sitting 6 feet apart. Y'all not touching, y'all not kissing, y'all not hugging, but y'all all want to be in love. Dante and Zadia, this is the scene everybody was waiting to see. She said something about Dante ghosted her. And I'm like, Dante came to the retreat saying he wants to spend time with you and connect with you, but you ghosted him. You said, I'm going to pay all my attention to Naeem. And so Dante said, well, I ain't about to sit here and watch you play up with Naeem. I am going to go talk to Aisha. It sounds like you mad at yourself. At the end of the conversation, Dante tells her, look, I chose Aisha. I got feelings for her. I choose to continue to go down that path. You go ahead and be over there with Naeem. Zadia gets up, leaves. She's like, this that bullshit I'm talking about. Bye. But then I don't know what clicked in her mind on the walk back to the elevator. But she was like, you're not going to play me on TV. I got some more shit to say. Zadia, this is where you messed up. Let me go, because I wrote down everything Zadia said. She comes back and says, you're not going to play me. You're not going to second fiddle me. But you had already second fiddle him, but besides the point. She said, this is why I was getting ready to choose your ass. You almost got chose, but see, this the bullshit. And she was poking him in his nose. And I said, see, Zadia, in this occasion, you did that to the right one. Because it's a lot of men out of here that'll slap fire out your ass for doing all to anybody. You need to get over your aggression, because that was aggressive, and learn how to have conflict with people without the hands. Because a lot of times you do all that with the hands, people will knock you out. But she said, oh, boo-boo, I see your true colors now. And I'm like, we see your true colors. You are a child. When you can't get your way, you want to start throwing hands. And that's not what adults who have things to lose do. And see, obviously, you get up and you call Aisha dumb and dense. And I can't wait to see Aisha check you at the reunion for that. But I'm like, bitch, you must be dumb and dense because obviously you have nothing to lose. So you can do all that with the hands. I said, you look bitter, you look jealous, and all the hateration you were throwing at Aisha's way the other night, all that hateration was written all over your face. But this moment wasn't even the dumbest moment of the show, but we'll get to that in a few minutes. Walter and Sabrina are now playing in my face because all of a sudden, ever since Mumin just got up and walked away from you, now stripping ain't no longer a red flag. Right now, you a little bit, I wonder if I seen her dance in my past, you're a little bit curious now that you don't have Mumin as an option. And so Walter now want to choose Sabrina. Sabrina is reading him correctly. I hope you stick with your read. Walter, you're choosing me, but you ain't called me in 3 days. If it's not God elimination week, you not texting me. So how do you want to choose me? And she said, I am a one to match energy. You ain't calling me. Oh, I ain't calling you. No chasing over here. It's vice versa. What you do, I do. What I do, you do. Follow that mindset, Sabrina, because Walter is on bullshit. He really is. Phil and Sydney had a moment. All I saw was that moment is Phil wants to have sex with Sydney. Let's fast forward. They ain't talk about nothing else. Oh, the guys are already back to time. You see how quick this is? The men go around the table, get their tops. We already know who feeling everybody. At one point, Frank gave his point of view of the fight that happened at the dinner table. And I was amazed that Frank, who really is neutral, he ain't got nothing with none of the women involved. And he was like, it was Zadia. She was aggressive. And she was sticking up for Camille, who we know got the funny eyes. So I was surprised that Frank didn't throw that on Aisha's back. Frank called it out right. He also called out the Brown girls clique. And they was getting ready to go down a rabbit hole with that, and I'm happy they stopped. It's just them 3 girls who happen to be brown. That's why they calling themselves the Brown girls clique. The Mean Girls clique. So Frank was like, I'm not saying it's an alliance. All I'm saying is if I heard about it, I thought everybody else might have heard about it too. But Tommy let them know every season when some girls click up, it's bad news. But the boys can have their bromances all they want. Moving on. Walter tells the group about Sabrina being a dancer. It kind of seemed like he said it to see if any of them had any kind of negative reaction, because if people kind of was like, what? He might have stopped talking to her. He might have saw that red flag again. But since everybody was like, who ain't been a stripper? Since everybody said that, he seemed like he rolled with it. Dante tells the Zadia story. And for whatever reason, this is the dumbest part of the episode for me. Naeem is like, I don't see what you all talking about. She ain't never been aggressive to me. So, and they were like, yo, if she willing to put her hands on me, what makes you think she won't have that same kind of aggression and put her hands on you when you all have conflict? And Naeem is like, I don't receive that energy. Zadia has been nothing but nice to me. I don't receive that energy. And I'm like, you really want to play the fool just to be on this TV show? Like, this is a 1 season thing, Naeem. Yeah, it ain't no recurring cast. You really want to play the fool for Zadia just so you can be on this show, which is already the worst season of Ready to Love. But you want to play the fool. So he playing the fool. He don't see nothing wrong with what Zadia did. And let's get on to elimination. Now it's up between Mumin and Zadia. They're in the bottom. Let's get Zadia on out the way. I think Zadia knew when she got called to be on a date with whoever, she was going home, because she was like, I put on my baddest outfit. I said, girl, if that's your baddest outfit, you need to go back to the mall. Because that looks very $5.99 off of Fashion Nova's clearance rack. It wasn't cute, girl, but let's move on. Zadia got there playing the victim with Phil. Like, I just felt like if he chose Aisha, he should have told me up front, because that was her thing. Zadia was upset that she had to hear about the massage from Aisha, and Dante didn't say it. before she got to the round table. But even if Aisha called it out the round table and you heard it for the second time there, you were going to be upset, number one, because he gave her a massage. That's number one, that you pissed. And two, she's still saying it amongst the girls, and you would still look like a clown. So Zadia played victim for a little bit, and then she told herself she wasn't ready to love, and bye. We ain't got to see that energy anymore. But it's still one more mean bitch up here, and that's Moo fucking Mean. I want her to go. Everybody last week on the live was like, Moo Mean and Camille are cousins, and Zadia is their friend, and they knew each other before the show or whatever. I didn't never know if that was true or not. I can see the relations this scene. As soon as she saw Walter, her face was twisted, screwed. She was doing her neck. She had them crazy nails that Walter liked, and she was pointing them and clicking them. And I was like, where's the good girl virgin Mumin that is so wholesome and in the church? Like, you here giving me all types of ratchet. She twisting at the neck. Even if Walter say that I ain't ready to love, I don't want to be with him anyway. And I'm like, I see your cousin, girl. I see your cousin. Walter tells Mumin at one point he felt like that little neck rub at the piano was a setup, because Mumin felt like you wasn't a man. You were a coward by not stepping up to me when I came up to you when you was with Sabrina. I 100% see Walter's point of view. That shit was a setup, because no matter what happened, if Walter would have shifted his energy from Sabrina and gave it to you at that piano and got all into you, now Sabrina is pissed. If he did what he did, and which was pay attention to the one he was with, and you should have been over there trying to pay attention to Frank, if he would have did what he did, you still were going to be pissed. It was a setup. It was no way out, no easy or right way out of that for Walter. So moving on, Walter pretty much let Mumin know if it wasn't for Frank, you would be at home with your cousin. So thank Frank, go over there and concentrate on Frank, and leave whatever we got going on alone. But see, the same way I feel like Phil is playing Sharlow, waiting to see what Sydney gonna do, that's what Frank is doing to you, Mumin. He's just playing with you, waiting, hoping, and praying that Sydney pick him. But if Sydney by any chance happens to go over there with Frank, Frank will be like, oh, well, Mumin, come on. So Mumin, you've been second, third, fourth fiddle all season. I don't even know why she's still here. But anyway, at the end of it all, the fool known as Naeem comes up to Tommy, because he's like, I just got to hear the gentle voice of Tommy and see what he think about this Zadia situation, because I really ain't got another connection. So what I'm still doing here. Tommy is the one who has to tell this fool, have you ever thought that Zadia got that angry at Dante because Dante was her number one, and she wanted to choose Dante, but Dante chose Aisha, so she got angry? And now Naeem can receive it. Oh yeah, Tommy, I think I can see that. Yeah. And I wanted you to know I saw it all along, but I just want to be on TV. You know, I had to vote to stay on the show, but I saw it all along. I'm like, please get Naeem off of my show and let's move on. Now, next week is family week. It looked like something is going down with Phil and Sharlow. Something that production, they saying, spiraled out of control. I can't imagine them getting physical. Maybe they just got into a really bad cursing out. I don't know. Sharlow doesn't give me that angry energy. But hell, you don't really know people like that. But anyway, it's time for me to jump over to do, what is next? Love and Marriage Huntsville. I'll be going live in a few minutes to have that one started. But we're going to see what's up with the families next week. Now, again, I don't think it come on next week. Even if it does come on next week, I'm on vacation next week into January. So hopefully it starts back up in January and we'll review. We'll be right back on our weekend and reality reviews. But thank you so much for watching. If you're on the rewatch, Get in the comments. Let me know what you thought about this week's episode of Ready to Love. And like the video, all that good stuff. And I'll see you next week. Bye.